This is a very popular fan theory. Was Jesus the first Joestar? My name is Gnarls, this is Modern Mythologies, and while it's technically not canon, there is a lot of evidence that supports it. Some quick lore while also avoiding any moderate to major spoilers, especially for you anime fans. After Stone Ocean, we start learning about a new Joestar in a totally different universe. This new story hinges on collecting various corpse pieces from a long-dead saint. Now, they never explicitly say his name, but the iconography is pretty blatant. He has various stigmata, including a crown of thorns, wounds in his hands, whip marks on his back. He is a carpenter from Galilee and is very good friends with Joseph of Arimathea, who you may recognize from the New Testament. Joseph of Arimathea is the one that collects the body of Christ, wraps him in a shroud, and places him in the tomb that was originally made for himself. After the saint resurrects, he tells Joseph that he's going to travel east, and he lives a long and fulfilling life, traveling the world, learning new languages, until eventually he settles in America with the indigenous peoples. What makes this such a fun theory are the details that are intentionally left out of the story. Every JoJo needs a Jo in both their fore and their surname. Look at Joseph, Jotaro, Josuke, Jolene, even Giorno has some form of Jo. Now, the manga never explicitly says that the saint's name is Jesus, and this may imply that they don't predominantly use the Greek derivative of that name. Perhaps they use the Aramaic or the Hebrew form Yeshua or Yehashua, which over thousands of years has grown into Joshua. So there's the Jo in the forename. Surnames wouldn't be commonplace until the 12th century, well after the lifetime of the saint. Back then, people typically identified themselves with the names of their parents. And even in this version, the saint is the son of the carpenter Joseph. So we have Joshua, son of Joseph. That sounds like a JoJo. We also don't get any details about the saint's travel out east, just that he lived a long and fulfilling life. It's very possible that he had children that would eventually beget the Joseph Joestar bloodline. One big detail that's always pointed out in these stories, though, is that every single JoJo has the birthmark of the Joestar, a red star that is on their upper left shoulder. And wouldn't you know it, even in the most detailed images of the saint that we get, we never see his upper left shoulder. So what do you think? Is Jesus the first JoJo? If that's the case, that means the disciples would be the first Jo Bros, and Judas may even lead to the Brando bloodline. Don't forget to follow for more real-world mythology hidden in your favorite stories, and I'll see you next time.